Maybe at some time in your life, if not, here's the time where you've heard a tale of a black slave in Japan, rising above all odds to the rank of samurai. I assure you, this is no tale. There are many theories as to where this man originated from, as well as his birth date, but they will remain theories for the rest of time due to the lost information. However, through letters and old documentation, we know that Yasuke was a victim of trafficking and slave trade, and this man had been through the whole 9 yards. Although, eventually, this unfortunate fate that had sealed Yasuke was broken in 1579, where he came across meeting one of the strongest Japanese Daimyo of all time, Oda Nobunaga, who had changed Japanese history forever. Over time, it's believed that Yasuke became a retainer, then a weapons bearer for Nobunaga. Yasuke was entrusted with such secrets regarding war plans, executions, espionage, and personal life matters. But on top of that, fought side by side with Nobunaga in Battle of Tenmokuzan. Yasuke was even a witness to the Seppuku, or self-execution in English, of Nobunaga. And of course, there are hours of story and detail which could be far better explained than a person by the likes of me. But this sounds really cool overall, right? In theory. Well, knowing all of this, then scrolling through Netflix to see an anime with the title Yasuke, featuring a black protagonist on the front cover, kind of blew my mind. A historical anime that would encapsulate one of the greatest moments in Japanese history from a pivotal standpoint, which is of course from a black slave's perspective. Man, I was excited to see some cool things surrounding the 1500s of Japan and how they lived and how they fought or challenged each other. But then I actually started the anime and saw mechas flying around and magical wizards from Hogwarts canting projectile penises at each other from the sky. Instead, I just turned off the anime within 5 minutes and went to bed. It just wasn't what I was expecting, you know? Sorry to stop the video right here. I just want to say, if you're interested in any of my content, consider subscribing or liking the video. Or if you just want to be a hater, subscribe and hate on me more. You know, I enjoy it. I also just made a new Discord and a Discord bot that'll recommend a random anime. Links are in the description. Now, back to the video. LeSean Thomas, a black director and creator of this show, thought it would be really cool to make a story about historical figures, which most people thought that this would, if anything, be true to history, considering he would want to tell a story regarding black culture in an empowering way. I mean, these people, like mentioned before, Yasuke, Oda Nobunaga, walked this earth, real-world Japan, and you think that we could respect that notion. But my biases towards historical accuracy aside, I decided to relaunch Netflix the next day and continued watching Yasuke till the very end. For the most part, Yasuke's backstory was represented as accurately as possible, considering the loss of information in the past, but it did sincerely feel true and honest. However, where I got lost in the story was where they felt the need to add magic, giant robots, ethereal planes of death, and Hagrid. I mean, can someone explain the logic of having futuristic giant mecha robots in feudal Japan but still living inside of dirt clay houses with sticks as roofing? I didn't think so. Furthermore, I felt that the use of modern day tropes, which tend to be magic, robots, saving a child as a damsel in distress which becomes the overpowered main character of the show, well, it had no use here. I truly believe that you could have replaced all of these themes with more realistic appliances such as battle rams, real archery without the magic attachment, waves of real soldiers instead of giant robots, and maybe a girl who knows a very important secret instead of a deadly magical power. I felt that because there was a need for more black-inspired protagonists within anime, and we finally had that, maybe they thought that there wouldn't be such of a reception unless they made it like Marvel's Avengers the anime, and brought in a bunch of things other shows did successfully in. But nagging about the show's historical accuracy just isn't even worth it anymore. So instead, I'll briefly talk about the animation. The animation is done by the infamous studio MAPPA, one of the top dogs that know how to do things and how to get their point across. However, I'm unsure if it's just me, but the quality of animation seems subpar for MAPPA, as if they were rushed to pump out as many scenes as they could as fast as they could. Especially through the lack of nicely choreographed fights, I will admit, some of the scenes were quite brutal, and definitely not child friendly, and they finished especially fast like most battles in real life would, with the swing of a sword once and dead. Although, considering this isn't even realistic anymore, they could have extended some of the fights to last a little bit longer and bring out more battle tension that would elevate the scenes and draw the viewers in. But instead, as soon as the fire starts, it's extinguished immediately. And also, I feel that the old-fashioned style electronic music wasn't a best fit for most of the series. For some reason, in some of the scenes, the music alone made me want to quit, but then in others it hyped me up. It just did not feel as consistently good as they intended it to be. Long story short, as chaotic as my video sounds and boring, that is equally what Yasuke felt for me. So much excitement walking in blind to it, but then receiving nothing back. It honestly won't be an anime I remember 6 weeks from now, other than the name and that it featured a black protagonist, which was pretty cool. But I don't see myself enjoying this if they pursue a second season, nor do I see anyone else enjoying this show upon recommendation. That sums up pretty much everything. I've been Naisu, thanks for watching, and peace out.